Most people want an easy life. Governments, big powers, and the US Navy are the last things an ordinary person wants to worry about in their private affairs. Sometimes it happens. The story's main character, Darko Bigava, is an example. He wanted to fish, sell his catch, and relax. But one day changed his life forever. Darko Bigava, a humble fisherman from Croatia's southern Elafite Islands, since childhood, he fished. Before him, his father and grandfather fished. He couldn't imagine the world's biggest political and military powers entering his life. Bigava only imagined fishing. He enjoyed his simple life. He prepared his nets and boat every morning. He then fished around the Elafite Islands and sold the fish. He expected each day to be almost the same. He had done the same thing for years and never considered anything unusual. He just had to wait for his nets to fill, catch some fish, and leave. After that, only a few long-time customers remained. Some owned restaurants and shops. Bigava would have laughed at the idea of dealing with US Navy leaders. Life often surprises. Bigava was broke when the incident happened. The pandemic slowed tourism in the Elafite Islands, so restaurants bought less from Bigava. He could no longer sell to regulars. He needed new customers and to keep selling fish. He would have gone broke if he sold less. On the morning of the incident, he got in his boat thinking about numbers, customers, prices, and bills. If you like my videos, don't forget to like or subscribe. Thanks in advance. He calculated all day while waiting for his net to load, thinking of ways to get through another tough month. He felt everything shake suddenly while meditating. He grabbed his boat's sides to avoid falling in. Nothing like that had happened to him in a long time, but he knew it meant one thing. His nets had caught something huge and heavy. His net would gradually fill with small fish throughout the day, so this was unusual. This time was different. He nervously wondered what caused such a violent shake as he struggled to keep control and pull his net out of the water. Tuna? You never know. He knew some fishmongers and restaurateurs who would pay a lot for those. After lifting the net, he was confused. It was massive and unfamiliar. A large orange box with a sensor appeared. He knew nothing about it or its purpose. The object's weight tore his nets apart, which dismayed him. Repairs would be expensive. After a long day, he went home to figure out what to do with that strange object. He first advertised online and contacted a local newspaper. He didn't know what to do with the object or who owned it, so he hoped its owner would return it and pay for the net damage. He was contacted after several days. It was an unexpected person. Bigava received a radio call while fishing. He claimed to represent the US Navy. The man demanded that Bigava return the object to the Navy in broken Croatian. Bigava didn't care if it was a joke. He snapped at the radio caller because all he wanted was to get rid of the thing and fix his nets. "Look, pal," he said, "I don't care if this big orange box belongs to the US Navy or Admiral Nelson. All I know is it has torn up my nets and will cost me $3,000 to fix them, so no one is getting this thing until I get the money to fix them." His cell phone rang. He grabbed it blindly. Again, the US Navy representative spoke broken Croatian. The fisherman had to repeat what he had told Bigava over the radio. US Navy man hung up. Is that it? It wasn't. The Croatian Coast Guard paid for the damages if the US Navy reimbursed them. Bigava dropped the mysterious object before a US Navy ship. That mysterious orange box was never revealed. Bigava returned to his comfortable life and stopped worrying about the matter, possibly for his own good. Bigava wasn't the only one to find a strange object in the ocean while going about his business. Aaron and Camila, married deep-sea divers, met the same fate. Unbeknownst to them, their discovery would reopen decades-old wounds, attracting more than the US Navy. California marine biologists Aaron and Camila. They were well-known deep-sea divers who studied and saved marine life. Camilla had a Duke PhD in marine biology while her husband, a famous diver, was getting his master's. The two had the perfect life, combining diving and biology. Their lives would change. Aaron and Camilla visited Honolulu, Hawaii, to research marine life. Aaron's dissertation examined the area's unique marine life, while Camilla examined the effects of the volcanic terrain on ocean life. They discovered more than they could handle. Aaron and Camilla's incident day was typical. Honolulu was the perfect mix of work and vacation, and the couple tried to enjoy the atmosphere. With their gear, they took a local boat into Honolulu's blue waters to study. They didn't know what horrors lay beneath the water. Aaron and Camilla surveyed and mapped the area for objective analysis. After an audio log, they donned scuba gear and dove into the warm waters. Aaron led because he was better at diving than his wife, who always beat him in biology. He enjoyed his spotlight. He didn't know what he'd find. Aaron led the dive, enjoying the shimmering ocean. Light blue and viridian green water dominated the ocean floor. Fish and plants covered the orange, red, and yellow floor. Aaron smiled inside his mask, glad he found a career he loved. Camilla swam after Aaron as he swept the ocean floor. She was proud to see him using all the sample-taking skills she'd taught him. She was always trying to learn more from him so he could be prouder of her diving skills. Camilla stopped when Aaron suddenly stopped raising a fist. What? Aaron spoke through Camilla's ultrasound mask. He pointed to a huge tube covered in ocean debris, sand, and plants. I don't know, Camilla said nervously. She swam to Aaron after he signaled. The object was too close for her to identify. Aaron swam closer and said, "It looks like an oil barrel." He pondered it. "A part of it is buried into the ocean bed," he said, handing Camilla his sampling tools. "Want to dig?" Camilla asked, knowing her husband's thoughts. "Likewise. Do I?" Aaron laughed. Aaron asked his wife to stop scraping the debris off the massive cylinder. He pointed to cylinder words that chilled him. Aaron and Camilla discovered the object was larger than expected when they started digging. But digging it up revealed a few words. The cylinder read, "MK-15 nuclear explosive," and Aaron told Camilla to swim up. He jumped on their boat and raced back to shore after her. He called the police because such a weapon was too dangerous. He had no idea. The police, Coast Guard, and military quickly arrived at the beach to investigate Aaron and Camilla's claims. The discovery astonished everyone. The military confirmed that the cylinder was a nuclear explosive that could level much of Honolulu. The backstory was thrilling and heartbreaking. Before proceeding, military explosive experts examined the cylinder. The experts found a 3.8 megaton armed explosive in the cylinder. They also noted that it was from the 1950s. It's clear. After Pearl Harbor, which rocked Honolulu, the explosive disappeared. The warhead was lost during a 1950s simulated combat mission when two pilots collided. 1. To avoid detonation, one dropped the explosive in water. Navy SEALs attempted to deactivate it to remove it from the water. Would the device allow it after years dormant? After 48 hours of hard work, the SEALs succeeded. The warhead was safely relocated from its decades-old bed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next video.